Today we're going to work on chronic fatigue syndrome Qigong. It's called floating and merging. And so let's just talk about chronic fatigue syndrome just for a second. What we know is it's a fatigue of an unknown cause with general symptoms including extreme fatigue, dizziness, headache, a decline in memory, soreness, and aching pain of the muscles, poor appetite, mild cognitive dysfunction. It usually hits people between the ages of 20 and 50 and people who have been overworked. There's physical and mental stress, irregular diet, and lifestyle. It lasts usually over 6 months with all other illnesses ruled out. When all other illnesses are ruled out. Okay. What traditional Chinese medicine says about chronic fatigue syndrome, it's due to long-term overwork, improper diet, weak innate qi, emotional injuries, external cold damp. That means the cold and damp, combination of cold weather and dampness externally and also internally. We can get cold trapped in our body and damp like excess moisture. So it's a combination of cold and damp, and it makes the muscles extra achy. That's why we have to move qi. Qi will warm you up, and it'll also help to dry damp. There's usually the person has deficient qi. Their qi is weak, and their blood is weak. And a dysfunction of the zhang fu organs. The zhang means the solid organs, like the spleen, heart, lungs, kidney, and liver. And then the fu organs, which are the hollow organs, like the small intestine, large intestine, urinary bladder, gallbladder, and the stomach. So the treatment is to, also the external pathogenic factor can be lodged in the muscles and joints manifesting as fatigue. That's what we talked about, like, cold weather, damp weather, getting into your muscles and joints. Okay? So the treatment is to nourish the qi and blood, tonify the kidney qi, which is our source qi. It's our most important qi. And the yin and yang of the body. Yin meaning fluids, yang meaning body heat. So this prescription is float and merge Qigong. Float means to merge the body and mind. And merge, we're going to integrate the qi of heaven or the sky energy, the human. We are between heaven and earth. And void. Void is the natural state, beyond thought. It's the source of all of our positive virtues. So we need to forget ourselves. We need to let go of our ego and our surroundings. We're going to merge with our surroundings. So with our body, we're going to generate a floating sensation. We might do some oscillation in the arms. We're going to open and close our hands in a ball-like motion. We're going to do fetal breathing, or what they call prenatal breathing. It's breathing like a baby. Our lower diaphragm, our belly is going to expand out when we breathe. And then when we exhale, our belly contracts. Just like a baby's breathing. But we're using our lower diaphragm, nothing in the upper chest. In our mind, we're going to use visualization of floating on the clouds. The recommended time for this is 30 minutes. We'll give you a brief introduction. Other Qigongs they recommend to use are the internal nourish Qigong and the 8-piece brocade. We do have a separate video for the 8-piece brocade that you can find on our website, taijiclub.live, TAIJI club, CLUB.live, LIVE. There's two types of chronic fatigue syndrome I want to briefly talk about. One is qi deficiency and damp accumulation. The symptoms are the fatigue's not relieved by rest, the muscles ache, and there's joint pain. There's a heavy sensation in the head. There's poor appetite and slight aversion to cold. The tongue is usually pale with a white slippery coat. The pulse is thin and soft. The prescription will be internal nourished Qigong. You can do post-standing or standing like a stake, the 8-piece brocade, and the health preservation and longevity Qigong, which is also at the end of our 8-piece brocade video. There's also chronic fatigue syndrome with the Jiangfu organ deficiency. The symptoms are the fatigue's not relieved by rest, there's aching body, palpitations, shortness of breath, soreness and weakness of the lower back and knees, poor memory, tidal fever, and night sweating. The tongue will be dark with little coat, the pulse deep, thin, and forceless. The prescription will be the float and merge Qigong and the 6 healing sounds. And then massaging the kidney 1 point in the bottom of the sole of the foot. So the 6 healing sounds video, we also have that one too in our Qigong section. Please look for that. Okay, let's give you a sample of the float and merge. Hopefully you'll be able to see my body here. Zoom out. Okay, we always start our Qigong with putting our hands at the dantian. So for men, left hand right below the belly, right hand on top. For women, right hand, left hand on top. Okay? Just count backwards from 60 to 0 as we prepare our mind for Qigong. And open up the hands. Palms face each other. Breathing at your lower diaphragm, or lower dantian. Allow your belly to, when you inhale, belly expands naturally, non-forced. When you exhale, belly contracts back in, naturally and non-forced. Inhale to the lower diaphragm, lower dantian. Exhale, contract. Inhale, lower diaphragm expands. Exhale, lower diaphragm contracts. Inhale. Exhale, everything using the lower diaphragm, the lower dantian. And inhale, start to open up the hands some. Exhale, hands, palms towards each other. Inhale, expansion. Exhale, contraction. Feel like you're in space, you're merging with your environment, Emerging with the clear blue sky. Exhale. Inhale. Expansion. Exhale. Contraction. Lose yourself. Forget yourself. Feel like you're on cloud 9. Inhale. Exhale. Nothing forced. All relaxed, breathing at your own pace. Feel a floating sensation. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Feel free, light, merging with the environment, merging with the clear blue sky, feeling free like the clouds moving through the clear blue sky. Breathing at your own pace, natural and free. Okay, bring your hands closer. Start condensing the ball between the hands. Inhale, expand. Exhale, relax. Inhale, expand. Exhale, relax. Feel some polarity between your palms. Some type of natural force. Bring the hands closer. Condense your hands closer. Feel a ball of energy between the palms as you inhale and exhale. And push that ball of energy back into your lower dantian, the lower cavity below the diaphragm. Feel that ball of energy expand and contract internally. Nothing forced. Everything natural. Be sure your tongue is touching the roof of the mouth. Your tailbone is pointing towards the earth. Knees slightly bent. Shoulders relaxed. Elbow relaxed. Listen to your breathing. Feel the expansion and contraction happening on its own. And slowly come up, let your hands come down. Forget about breathing. This method you'll want to do for about a half an hour. You'll want to stand there and feel that expansion and contraction for about a half an hour. Okay? Thank you and have a great day. We hope this helps your chronic fatigue syndrome. Thank you.